Hello, I'm making a blog video as I promised I would do it on Thursdays. So today, the topic I want to talk about is coping strategies and self-care. So when you experience something like depression, like I said in a previous video, you need to use strategies to help you work through this depression. Or when you experience anxiety, you have to utilize strategies that will help you work through it. So when I'm constantly wanting to sleep and I'm tired and I have no appetite, or when I'm worked up because I feel like I'm being judged, or I'm worried about being late, or my jaw, actually, I clench my jaw a lot when I have anxiety, and it gets to the point where it gets so swollen that it locks. So strategies that I do is wear my mouth guard every night. So that's a physical strategy that I do because my anxiety causes me to clench, and my mouth guard stops the swelling. So a few things that help me, I wrote a little list. So I find helpful is stretching. I was a gymnast, so I really enjoy stretching, and I use a roller, like a foam roller. I go for walks outside. Like I said with Phoebe, I go for jogs. I listen to music. I sing music. I dance to music. I write poetry. Sometimes I make it into songs. Sometimes it's just a rant and I'm just like writing a journal entry. Tea. I have tea every day, multiple times a day. I'm British, so I love my tea. Also, calling a friend, calling family. So I have a list of people that know that I'm going to call them if I need help. So it's my mom, my mother-in-law, my boyfriend, and one of my close friends. So when you're using somebody to call, that is such a great strategy. But you want to make sure that you've set some boundaries with that strategy. So A, you've asked their permission. B, you have to understand that every time you call them, they may not be able to help you, and you can't get mad at them for that. That's why you have a list. Try and ask before you start ranting or crying or whatever you're going to do if they have time to talk to you. You may not be able to do that, but it's just respectful of their feelings if you're asking if they have time. So you also need to remember to follow through. If you're upset and you hang up on somebody, that's not respectful. It may be in the moment you can't listen to it anymore and you just hang up. I did that a lot. I try my best now to follow up. Either send a text message if I can't talk over the phone, or have somebody I know that I'm with follow up and say, don't worry, she's okay. I'm helping her out. So getting in nature is also a really helpful strategy. And the other side of the page, I love to watch movies. I love to watch TV. So sometimes I can escape from the sad emotions that I'm having and put myself into the movie or the TV, and that gives me a bit of a break. Deep breathing. I find when I deep breathe, I either have to say, like, breathe in, breathe out, or I can put my hand on my chest and then on my stomach. So I feel so I'm going to, you use two hands when you do it. I'm just showing you an example. Positive self-talk. It's hard to do when you don't feel very worthy, but it's so important. So saying, I'm resilient, I'm smart, I'm worth it, you got this. Being proud of yourself, praising yourself for little things and for big things. Like I praised myself this morning for getting out of bed, even though I had an awful sleep. So starting to praise yourself more and more, it will bring your spirits up. I like to do what's called butterfly hug. So you wrap your hand around, I did not think about this when I was. So a butterfly hug, you go like this, and you're going to tap, 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 tap. You don't have to tap that big. You can just do it with like a finger, but for some reason it's very soothing. And then also somebody else giving you a deep pressure hug can be really helpful if you have them around. So those are strategies that help me. Thank you very much. Bye.